Trojan family, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, we got a couple of things we got to talk about, and one being is this big-time Colorado State 6'3", 205-pound wide receiver out of Inglewood High School, Los Angeles, California, baby. You already know what time it is. Listen, we're going to talk about him, but one of the things I want to talk about also is we got a big-time linebacker that is on campus right now visiting USC. We're going to deal with that. And then we got another linebacker that has officially set up his visit for, well, his official visit for June to be exact, and we'll go over that information as well. We got to deal with some recruiting stuff, and then one of my favorite quarterbacks, a gunslinger, the Jackson Dart 2.0, Ryder Lyons. We'll talk about him. I got some great news as it relates to him, but let's get on this wide receiver real quick. He's standing at 6'3", as I stated, 205 pounds. He's coming from Colorado State, and his name is Ross Simmons. And you guys know we addressed this. I talked about a wide receiver yesterday. He stood at 6'3" as well, but he was 228 pounds. But both of these guys are big receivers. And one of the things I talked about yesterday, and we'll get into his film real quick, Justus Ross film, because it's great, man. I'm telling you, it's phenomenal. But one of the things I kind of had in mind was we have two big-time receivers, which are receivers that I consider to be guys that can go up and get the 50-50 ball. That's Jacoby Lane, standing at 6'4", and that's Deuce Robinson, standing at 6'6". Two of those guys. And then we got guys that are below that, which is Zachariah Branch, the slot guy, and then we have a Xavier Jordan, and then, of course, Mekhi Lemon, who I think is going to break out this year. But in between, you got to kind of have the Brandon Rice type of receiver. And the one I showed you yesterday, and then this guy right here, these are those type of Brandon Rice type of receivers. So let's go into his film real quick and see exactly who he is. Let's go. All right, so here is a look at Justus Ross Simmons, and I'm telling you, I just don't understand. You know, when I look at this guy and I looked at him, I remember him being at Inglewood High School because I remember a bunch of guys from Louisville actually going to guys from Inglewood going to Louisville, and it was mind-boggling. But you see how explosive I remember him being on that team. But you see him here, man, this guy's very explosive. On the year, he had 45 catches, 725 yards. He also had 3 TDs, which was an average of 16.1 yards per catch. But you see him here. He's able to do it all, man. He's explosive, has the speed. You see he's able to move sideline to sideline. We'll just look at his film together. You see the burst, though. You see the explosiveness. That's the kind of receiver that you want. When I'm talking about Brandon Rice, in between the Jacoby Lanes and the Deuce Robinson, and below, in the middle, below Zach Branch and Mekhi Lemon. He is one of those that has that ability, and he's able to go up there and he's able to create separation. He's one that, like I say, with all receivers, he catches with his body at times when he needs to, but then he catches with his hands when he needs to catch with his hands. And that's what you want to see. You don't want to see a receiver always having the alligator arms, meaning you just kind of cut your arm short because you're afraid to go up the middle. But this guy's absolutely able to move and groove. You see he's able to catch with those hands, and I like what I see from him. Very physical style receiver, explosive receiver, and he explodes after he gets that ball. So, man, you guys drop those comments, man. This is Justus Ross Simmons. I think USC is going to get. Now, moving on to some recruiting stuff. You guys know I brought a video not too long ago about Ryder Lyons. Ryder Lyons, who happens to be Walker Lyons' brother. Walker Lyons is a tight end committed to USC, but I absolutely love Walker Lyons. I love the Ryder family, Walker family, and this is Ryder Lyons, man. I love this quarterback. He's able to just gunsling it. I consider him to be a Jackson Dart 2.0, if you will. I mean, he's a lot faster. I mean, this guy, he has all the tools that you possibly want. He's a true dual threat quarterback, but he's coming to visit USC this weekend. He announced for the spring game, and I'm so happy. I don't know what to do because I think this is one of those guys. Secure him, give him the bag, whatever he needs, give it to him. And so that is some exciting news. USC will have one of the best quarterbacks in the 2026 class. And you guys see the lineup here is Miller Moss. You see Jaden Maiava. Of course, you got Julian Lewis. You see what it is. And then it's going to be Walker Lyons. You talk about a heck of a lineup. If all those things stick, it's going to be straight up go time, on it popping, on it cracking. So drop those comments. Let me know what you guys think about Walker Lyons coming to USC football spring game. Also, on some recruiting news, we have a big-time linebacker, Noah Mel, who, he's local. Another local guy, USC, is getting a visit from him June 7th through 9th. You see On3 posted this, and then you see the other schools. He'll be going to Oregon after us, and then Texas A&M. But USC has a real chance, and it seems like USC is moving and grooving. Noah's been coming around quite a bit lately. I can't remember how many times. I want to say like 5 times, but he's been up there quite a lot. And so he officially announced it, and USC is getting a visit from him. And I think that's really going, speaking volumes of where we're at with his recruiting. So hit me in the comments on Noah. What are your thoughts on him? Also, right now, it's kind of gone under the radar. There is a 6'3", 210-pound linebacker out of New Mexico. His name is Mason Posa. And listen, he stands at 6'3", and you're talking about a linebacker that can move and groove. 4-star guy being recruited by all the big boys, Alabama, I mean, you name it, Wisconsin. I've seen several schools up there, but this kid is an absolute monster. His numbers are crazy. We'll take a look at him, but he is at USC right now. Who knows? Will he commit? We don't know, but he's there right now, and it's crazy because all of these kids are really kind of, it's like they're secretly, some of them not secretly visiting because it actually leaks out, but it's like they get there on campus and they kind of fly under the radar that they're there, and then it leaks out. It's like the quarterback Hassan from that just committed to Texas A&M, who may end up, who knows, who end up knowing what happens with that. But these guys are coming to USC. They want to see what's going on. The word is getting out that USC is moving and grooving, and he's a part of it. And so now USC is able to have him on campus. He's the #1 player in the state of New Mexico, and you're talking about the number 18 linebacker in the country. He's rated a 4-star prospect. Excuse me, he's the number 33 linebacker in the country, but he's rated a 4-star prospect, #1 player in New Mexico. And so for USC to able to have him, I think that's really speaking big time. And so let's take a look at some of the things that he was able to do on the field. And here you're going to see some of his numbers right here from this past season, 2023 season. You see 99 total tackles, 14 tackles for loss, 7 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries, and an interception for the Albuquerque Lou Cavo High School in 10 games as a junior. I guess that's how you pronounce it. I butcher names sometimes. But he helped lead them to a 6A state championship after avenging the regular season loss to New Mexico #1 ranked program, Rio Rancho Cleveland. So look, man, hey, this is a phenomenal athlete, and USC is able to move and groove with him, man. So look, there's some great things. Look, the USC, the buzz is in there. You guys know the Lincoln Riley had a